Hello. This is your host, C. Jackson Paul, live from the Eternal Gems studio. Welcome to 18 Entrepreneurs Crash Course at Life, where we learn the tools that will let you build the life that you deserve. A few videos ago, we posted The Wonders of Creation, which was a bit different from our usual format. Not only did the video lack my beautiful voice, but it also didn't seem to teach any new skill at all. If you haven't yet, I encourage you to go watch it. The photographs in it are very majestic. Our reason for making that video was that we want to remind entrepreneurs of their duty to make their businesses sustainable. Even as we make new businesses, and make the world a better place, we ought to try and make creation a better place to live as well. But this is all rather vague, so here are 5 tips to help you do your part to protect this wonderful gift we have been given. Tip number 1, avoid waste. This tip is not just good business advice, but also will make you more sustainable. Suppose that your business revolves around making products and shipping them to people. Look at your packaging and ask whether it is really all necessary. Wasteful plastic coverings can end up in the ocean, where they can be deadly to ocean life. But packaging also costs money, so cutting down on waste will also boost your margins. Look at your business and ask where you can use less. Do you really need all of that electricity? No? Then use less of it. Same with paper, plastic, food, and basically anything consumable. Sustainability is merely another word for efficiency, so if you can make your business use less, then you are already doing more for the environment. Pause the video, and think about what is one thing you can do today that will both save you money and save the environment. Tip number 2, find a problem to solve. Since sustainability equals efficiency, if you can find a way to make society more efficient, then congratulations, you have found a way to make us more sustainable. To take a large example, if you could find a way to make a gallon of gasoline go twice as many miles, you would not only save everyone a fortune, you would also conserve our resources more than people merely drove twice as less. As technology continues to advance, we will continue to find new ways to make better use of our resources. If you can find a way to be slightly more efficient, then you will be a part of that future. But with that said, sometimes you need to take a step back and see whether your business as a whole is contributing to society. That is because, even if you are serving your customer, there are potentially externalities, where you are hurting other people that aren't involved in your business, and this includes by damaging the environment. That brings us to tip number 3, make sure you add to, and don't subtract from, the world. As a businessman or businesswoman, your primary role is to maximize the value which you add to your customers, measured by how much they are willing to pay you, minus the amount of resources you use up, measured by your expenses. That is, your job is to maximize profit. But, before you were a businessman or businesswoman, you were a man or woman, and as such you have other moral obligations. If, despite your best efforts, you believe that your business will damage our creation too much, or otherwise do harm to the community, as measured by your conscience, then that is something that you need to think and pray about. Remember, you will one day be held accountable for the actions you take today, and so you should be sure to act in accordance with your conscience. Tip number 4, give back with your own resources. If, as a result of tip number 3, you feel that, as a person, you ought to do something to cancel out any negative externalities of your business, then use some of your personal time or resources for this. When you do this, do not be like the big corporations who use flashy charity projects as PR stunts, but instead, do it quietly and efficiently, not because it's the current fad, nor because you are being paid for it, but because your conscience demands it. Incidentally, the reason why you shouldn't try and give back on company time is because then you are being paid to give back, and are giving back with company time, rather than your own, and thus it doesn't count. Tip number 5, don't be fooled by the newest fad. Sustainable business, like everything else, is subject to fads where some particular cause dominates the news for a few months. Whether it be saving one particular endangered species, passing some new clean air legislation, or some new technology that is supposed to usher in the new era of clean energy, businesses are always under pressure to adopt the next big thing in sustainability. Unless you grow big enough that you need to embrace it for PR reasons, I would strongly recommend you stay away from boutique environmentalism. 90% of the time, it cares more about looking good and virtue signaling than actually helping the environment or serving your customers. Instead, follow the established and common sense ideas of sustainability, such as those outlined in this video. If you do that, then you will be on the path to achieving your dreams in a sustainable fashion. Everyone has dreams in life, and we at Eternal Gems want to help you live up to your full potential. Check out our website and social media, linked below in the description. Leave your thoughts down in the comments, and stay tuned for more videos.